What's going on, everybody? Who's ready for a beer? I think I'm ready for a beer. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday afternoon. Hopefully this will help you get out of the case on the Mondays. Hopefully you guys have some beer ready. Because I know I do. Oh, man. What'd they say, Duchess? Are you able to do to go? I would assume that you can. Because on the website they did say to go as an option. So if you can get some of the canned stuff to go, that is going to be like a game changer for you. No more Total Wine for you. Because that's a huge takeaway you can get. That'll be awesome. Up, 4 o'clock, people. Know what that means. Let's do this. Boom. What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, we got another one from Noon Whistle. I'm excited about this. I think this is the last one I have in my possession from them, if I believe. So, hopefully I left the highest. I think not one of the higher. I left hopefully a good IPA for last, because today we're going to be looking at some Fluffy Gummy. Their Hazy Imperial IPA coming in at a whopping 10% ABV, which... nice Imperial IPA I can definitely get down with almost all the time. And yeah, obviously this one isn't going to be really sessionable just because it's 10%. This is one that you're going to want to kind of sip on and enjoy a little bit. But before we get into opening that, I kind of want to remind you guys a little about Noon Whistle. The owner used to live in a town in Wisconsin called Whistle, Wisconsin, and every day at noon, like a bell or a whistle would tow, and that would be like the first sign for the first beer of the day. So they kind of came down to Illinois, northwest suburb area, and opened 2 locations for Noon Whistle, which from what I've had, their stuff's pretty solid. I've always been pretty happy with the stuff I've gotten from them. But of course I've heard really good things about their gummy line, because they have like kind of like an entire series when it comes to like gummy. So I don't know if that's going to be any of the flavorings in there, but with the hops that are in there, there's a lot of them. So we got this one's hopped with Vic Secret, Citra, Motica. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. And Saburo, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so a lot of tropical fruit flavors in this one, along with a nice mixture of juiciness and pine. So I'm kind of really excited. Especially, I want to see how it kind of turns out with it being a 10%, if it's going to be really boozy at all. But today, I'm going to be drinking out of my Black Horizon little pint glass guy. But let's crack this guy open and see what this guy smells like. I'm curious. Oh yeah, definitely getting like a lot of like orange, lime, citrus on the nose. Definitely a nice little hoppiness on the smell, which I'm definitely know is going to be good. Oh yeah, so let's pour this guy and see what this guy looks like. I'm guessing it's going to be just like a hazy tropical juice bomb. That's what I'm hoping for. Yep, that's because the hazy one. This definitely is a hazy one. Look at that. It has like a nice kind of like lighter haze to it. Kind of like similar to like an orange juice. Minimal white frothy head. Yeah, actually I'm getting like a little bit of like a kind of like a passion fruit coconut kind of smell. Okay, the only way I can describe the coconut smell I'm getting from this is, I know it's going to sound weird, but I don't mean this in a bad way, like the smell of suntan lotion. But it's not going to, that kind of like coconutty kind of tropical smell. That's definitely what I'm getting on this a little bit when I poured it. So I'm expecting there's going to be a decent amount of like natural hoppy sweetness to it, just from the tropical flavors in there. Maybe with a little bit of the malts adding a little bit of sweetness, but I'm expecting like a nice mixture of a juice bomb in my face, with hopefully maybe like a nice juicy / oily mouthfeel. So let's give this guy a try. So, cheers everybody. Yeah, that's delicious. Yep, everything that I would expect out of a kind of like a tropical, crazy, juicy, in your face Imperial IPA. Definitely not too boozy at all, which is really nice. It's definitely giving like that 50-50 of having an oily mouthfeel with also having like a juicy kind of mouthfeel. Definitely getting like a nice kind of after sweetness sticking around, like kind of like a coconutty sweetness. Yeah, that's delicious. That's for 10%. This isn't like really boozy at all. I mean, there's a slight booziness to it, but overall, really, really smooth. Really, really smooth. Kind of gives me like just, this reminds me of just sitting on a tropical beach somewhere, having like every tropical fruit around you name it, passion fruits, mangoes, pineapples, coconuts, all that kind of stuff is just all around you. Tropical fruit flavors in your face. And yeah, they definitely deliver with this one. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. So, like I said before, this is they call it their big ol' hazy when it's loaded with Saburo, Motica, Citra, and Vic Secret. So I'm really liking this combination so far, with over 1, 2, 3, 4 different hops in there, and all kind of giving the elements of mixing tropical fruit notes and pine, which for me, that kind of nice balance between the two, what makes a perfect IPA to me, because you don't want it too citrusy, you don't want it too piney, but thing's really, really well balanced and just very, very smooth. Does not taste like a 10% at all. And yeah, this is absolutely delicious. So let's see what Untapped has to say about this guy. I'm curious. So, like I said before, it's a 10% ABV, and with over 1,098 different ratings, this guy has an average rating of 4.2 out of 5. Which, yeah, that's pretty solid of a rating, I think. Definitely 100%. getting that kind of higher echelon over a 4 out of 5 rating on Untapped, you got a keeper for this one. So let's see what other people are saying about this beer. Somebody gave it a 4 out of 5. Somebody gave it a 4.25 out of 5. Looks like they're drinking it while watching one of their kids' hockey games, it looks like. Somebody gave it a 4.5, purchasing it at Noon Whistle themselves. Let's see. Somebody gave this a 4.25. Let's see. Somebody purchased it at Mr. Brew's Tap House in East Madison, so you're able to get this stuff kind of like a little bit southern Wisconsin, I'm thinking. Let's see. Somebody gave a 4.25, sweet up front, and at the end, can't tell it's a 10% at all. I completely agree with that, 100%. Another 4.25, 4.5. Another purchase at Noon Whistle, another 4. So yeah, this one, they knocked it out of the park with this one. I could see this being probably their most popular Imperial IPA for sure, because the tropical fruit notes, having that kind of more coconutty forward kind of flavor, to me at least, along with that nice mixture of pine going along with there, and then it just makes it that much better. And having that kind of mix between a juicy and oily mouthfeel, like in the mouth, it's just juice bomb. But then as you're drinking it a little bit more, and like kind of having the beer go down your throat, kind of leaves like that oily texture as well. So it's a mixture of both, which I think is a very, very unique kind of mouthfeel for me. But yeah, super pillowy, super smooth, absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. So let's see. With all these different ratings and all that, let's start going down our rating system here really quick. So, can art. Right, before I do that, let's pour the rest of this into the glass. Let's see if we got any sediment on the bottom. I'm curious. Nope, no sediment. So, pretty filtered, I would say. Can art. I always think Noon Whistle's can art's really clean. I kind of understand why there's like clouds and stuff on the bottom half, just because it's that pillowy kind of smooth Imperial IPA that will blow your freaking mind, in my opinion. I like the purple color on there. This would definitely be something that would catch my attention at a liquor store or a bottle shop, just because you see that bright kind of purple in your face, and then you're like, what the hell is that, clouds underneath? It's a kind of good idea for a label when it comes to just using the colors and kind of mixing and matching between like a little bit of an art design with the clouds and just a blanket kind of color platform on the top half. But also, Noon Whistle's kind of their logo is just clean. I always loved their kind of logo on their cans. So yeah, I think this is pretty solid. I'll give this a solid like 3.75 out of 5 for can art. Definitely be something that would catch my attention for sure. Yeah, this is absolutely delicious. I'm really, really impressed with this one. Oh, Lee, by the way, I tagged you in an Instagram post. Pensacola is doing some crazy cool deal on. I think it's something you might want to take advantage of. But yeah, let's start thinking. If I got this beer in a flight at Noon Whistle, would I get another one? Abso-freaking-lutely. It also depends on if I'm driving when it comes to that, because sitting back having a few of these, yeah, you're going to be feeling it if you try to stand up after this. And that's the scary thing. It doesn't taste like a 10% at all. Not really much booziness at all. It's just tropical fruits, kind of like that in your face. And it's delicious. So I would 100% get another one of these if I got this on a flight. For sure. It's that good. If anybody's looking for a nice 10% Imperial IPA, if you're ever over in the Chicagoland area and are looking for a good one, I don't know if this one's available for them right now, but if I'm guessing when it comes to their Gummy line, they kind of try to have all of the beers within that line, having that kind of pillowy, kind of soft mix between juicy and oily mouthfeel. So I think if they're doing it that way, you're going to have a good experience no matter what Gummy one you try, I think. But this is their fluffy Gummy when it comes to having that Imperial triple dry hop style. Yeah, this is one they knocked out of the park. If you ever go over to Noon Whistle and see this one on tap over there, do yourself a favor and get it. You will not be disappointed at all. So, what's my final rating on this guy going to be? Mouthfeel is fantastic. Flavors in there are explosive. Definitely love just like it's not only like one or two kind of tropical flavors. I'm just getting like an entire mix of tropical flavors between mango, pineapple, coconut, passion fruit, you name it. Getting notes of all of that. And then having that nice kind of mixture of that like piney kind of oily mouthfeel when it comes to like a resiny dank kind of situation, but still having a juicy mouthfeel as well. Yeah, this one is absolutely one I would recommend for sure. So let's see. I think my final rating on this guy is going to be a really, really easy between 8.25 and between 8.5. Almost a 9. Almost getting to the point where it's a 9. I really would recommend this if you can get your hands on it. It's delicious. It's scary how smooth this one is, to be honest. Just because of it being a 10%, you can drink a couple of these and not even feel like you're drinking a 10%. You'll feel it when you try to stand up, though. That's the thing. So they did a really good job on how well balanced this beer is, and just the flavors kind of taking hold and not really tasting any booziness in this beer at all. So a big shout out to the Noon Whistle for, I think this is probably one of my favorites that they've come out with for sure. That's a freaking lily. But other than that, guys, I think that's what I have for you guys this afternoon. Pretty quick, simple, straight to the point. Another fantastic brew from Noon Whistle. So this is my last one from them. I might go out of my way and try to get some more stuff from them at one point, but be prepared to see some other new arrivals when it comes to different breweries that are going to be coming up on here. But from all the stuff that I've had from Noon Whistle, yeah, from being a local brewery to me, I would recommend them tenfold. With the amount of variety they have to offer, with the amount of types of beers, and this like kind of having different brews that go to a specific kind of like type of person, a beer drinker. They have something for everybody, which is always great. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it, guys. If you want to see more of a social media aspect of kind of beer drinking and all the beer drinkers around the world, make sure to give me a friend request on Untapped. I would like to see what other people drink, and I want to have more friends on there. So the link to my profile is down in the description below. Shoot me a friend request, and I want to see what other people are drinking as well. But if you're new to the channel, like we see, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live. And I have some pretty fun ones coming up with this week, so keep it out for those. But other than that, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you everybody again for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Also, whoever watches on the replay crew, thank you again for taking time out of your day to watch my stuff. But other than that, remember, guys, if you're gonna drink responsibly, don't drink and drive, and I will see you all next time. Cheers, everybody.